Welcome back to Standards on the Rock. I am so glad that you're here for this teaching today. If you're standing for your marriage, for restoration, or simply for hope in this valley moment, you're in the right place. Before we get into today's teaching, I want to be honest with you. These are things that I wish someone had explained to me at the very beginning of my stand. Because in those early days, I didn't understand the spiritual battle behind what was happening. All I saw was the pain, all I felt was the betrayal, and all I reacted to was the behavior. There was a moment, and maybe you've had some too, when my spouse said things that cut me to my core. Words like, "You don't do it for me anymore, and it's not worth me trying anymore." And what made it even harder was this: he had always been the one who was there for me, my safe place, my comfort, my protector. And suddenly, it felt like he had turned his back on me. And the truth is, it wasn't just with this current affair. There had been many throughout our 11-year marriage. And I found myself asking questions that tore me apart inside. Did he ever really care? How could the person who vowed to protect me be the one hurting me the most? And when would it ever stop? Those questions don't just hurt, they shake your identity. They make you feel unseen, unwanted, and discarded. They make you wonder what's wrong with you, when the truth is, the battle was never about your worth. And in that pain, something rose up in me. It was not strength, it was not wisdom, but hurt. And from that hurt, I reacted. I said whatever I could to hurt him back. It was almost like, if you're going to hurt me, then I'll hurt you also. But what I didn't understand then was this: the enemy was using us both to say ugly things, not because we hated each other, but because the enemy wanted to push us further apart. He wanted to break covenant, he wanted to destroy what God joined together. And on top of that, the affair partner didn't stop. And even other women gravitated toward him, pulling him further away, feeding the deception, never once considering the damage, the confusion, or the deep wounds they were helping create in our family. So I argued. I pointed out everything he was doing wrong. I tried to convince, correct, and confront. And the anger, it came out in ways I didn't even recognize. To make it worse, I took bad advice from people who loved me but did not understand covenant. Friends and family told me to block him, to give him the same ugly words he gave me, and to stand up for yourself in ways that only created more distance. I thought I was fighting for my marriage, but really, I was fighting my spouse. And I didn't know I was fighting the wrong enemy. If that's where you are right now, hear me clearly. Your spouse is not your enemy. There is a real enemy, but it is not the person you married. Ephesians 6:12 says, "We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, powers, and spiritual wickedness in high places." Once you understand that, everything about your stand changes. You stop fighting your spouse and you start fighting for them in prayer, in love, and in truth. Because the battle isn't between husband and wife, it's between darkness and light. And when you stand with God, victory is already promised. If this message spoke to your heart today, take a moment to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs encouragement. Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear what part of this teaching resonated most with you. And remember, if you have a prayer request, you can send it through the email link in the description. Keep standing, keep believing, and keep trusting that God is fighting for you, and you need only to be still.